Hey, we're back. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday, 20th of April. We're live. I've actually been painting this morning. You can still see bits of specks of paint on my hand, just a tiny bit there. Been painting the coving or whatever it's called around the top corners of my study room downstairs, because I'll be decorating later on this evening, and maybe tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. I think this is a 4 or 5 day project, because I'll be moving the recording studio downstairs eventually. I mean, still quite a bit to do, just because I want to have a bit more space over there. I hope some of you, well, I know some of you were, because I saw the comments, enjoyed the live chat with Vito yesterday. I quite enjoyed that. I thought I was quite good with my questioning. They weren't your standard questions, were they? They were a little bit different, because often Q&As can be a little bit boring. Just recorded a video as well, literally right now, that I've got to edit, and I think I've cracked that thing I was trying to solve. I had to sleep on it because it bugged me and it wasn't working the way I want, and now I've tried a different approach, which is simpler. It's not exactly groundbreaking, but I think it will add something different that some people might want to use and imitate. But that video will be coming out soon. Hey Peter, hey Carapos, how you doing? Hope you guys are all okay. So I've just literally recorded the video 5 minutes ago. That's why I'm late, because I thought, oh, I've got to get this video out. So just got to edit and get it out. Where's my iMovie gone? There it is, yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Vito Q&A that we did yesterday. I thought it was quite good. I thought it was quite entertaining in a good way. And I'm really glad that he agreed to do it as well. It's not like they said, oh, you know, it was kind of like, it was part of like, it's a bit of promotion for the Atarim event, but also it was like basically just to interview Vito, because it's something I haven't really done before, like a Q&A, and we used EV Mux as well. So Carapace, SiteGround usually give us a daily backup, and then we have Updraft Plus as well. And I know there's people that will say, oh, there's better stuff as well, but Updraft Plus, it's free. It works. And we have the host backup as well. So we've got the host backup and we've got Updraft Plus. So if there's ever an issue, I always go back to the hosting backup. If that's not right, which is rare, just using the hosting backup's always been fine for us. But if ever we've had to then, in fact, we've never had to, I have to be honest, but we've got Updraft Plus as a temporary, storage backup thingy-majig, right? So that's okay. This video I'm editing now, I think the first 2 minutes is me starting. I couldn't get my intro out. Just couldn't get my words out. And when you do something like that where you can't get your words out, that is a pain in the butt. Oh no, why does the sound quality look so low on this? Urgh, that's not good. When the sound quality's low, that's not good. A bit of adjustment's going to be needed there. I don't like adjusting too much, because sometimes when you adjust, the vocal cords go a bit funny. Hey, we've done quite a few. Yeah. I think that one does it. Just test that out. We've done loads of... No, I've overshot it. Hey, we've done loads of video. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, SiteGround's daily backups is so good at what they do in terms of the backups and the way it stores and how quick and easy it is to restore whenever we've had to on someone's site. But then when you got Updraft Plus as a secondary backup, I think it's not a bad idea. But what we do say is, if it's not part of a hosting maintenance package, right? Okay, then we say to the client, right, they need to set it up to go to their Google Drive or wherever. So again, this is something you might want to consider within your maintenance packages. When you say, yeah, we'll do this for you and we'll do that for you and look after your website, you might want to say to them, this also includes the hosting backup, right? So this charge, don't just do it for free, you know, especially if it's being stored on your Google Drive or wherever, because you only have so much space, right? Make sure you clean it up. Make sure you're not, I mean, I would say you don't need more than a week's worth, really, do you? Really? As long as you're on top of when their website goes down or something like that. It's way like that. Like that. I'm just going to go to advanced. And I'm going to go to the bottom here and I'm just going to shrink it away. Go to the bottom. And I'm going to go to the bottom. Yeah, Peter, no doubt, mate. You're gonna have loads of work. Yeah, take it easy, all right, my friend. Thanks for yesterday as well. You know, evening as well. I'm sure you got Gerald on the right path, Peter. Yep. I'm gonna go to the bottom, and you'll now see the header as I scroll down. Now, please bear in mind, you probably would have done this within a header template anyway. Hey, Dave, how you doing? I mean, do let me know though, Peter. Like, you know, privately or anything. You know, was there anything, anything that came out of it, or was it all okay? I mean, I saw your comment earlier, but let me know if there was anything in particular that needs discussing or anything. Okay. Take care. I'll see you soon. See you soon. Take care. I'll see you soon. Right, cool. So that's a video edited. Do you know what I mean? You know when you do a video and there's only like the start of it, you got to cut loads of stuff out. And there's a bit in the middle where it kind of went a bit wrong. You had to redo something. When you're able to kind of just do that and then edit it, save it, and upload it and all that, they are the best videos. So that's my cat coming in. Just wait a minute. He could nudge the door open, but he just sits on the other side scratching the door. Just push the door open. He's got the strength to do it. Oh yeah, that author service, yeah. Can you, what's the name of the person you've gone with? What was their name? What was their name, Dave? Can you just give me the name of the company or the person you went with, if that's okay with you? Not because I'm going to use them, but I just want to double check something, okay? If that's all right with you. Sam Mazingham. I'm just a bit curious. That's why I've asked for it, okay? I'm just a little bit curious. So that's why I asked. No other reason. But I'm just going to have a quick check for this person. Oh, Missingham. Sorry, Sam Missingham. Ah, right. So, okay. So here's the good news and here's the bad news, Dave, okay? So here's the good news and the bad. The good news is that this still could work, all right? This still could work. Here's the bad news, though, right? Here's the bad news. I have to be very careful what I say here. She works with Joanna Penn. There are some people in the publishing world who I've heard of and known of for over 10 years. Some of the people on that list are what they do is they do a lot of marketing things, and they do a lot of stuff about how self-publishing is really easy. You can get loads of sales, you can do this, you can do that. They're always at the London Book Fair, always, right? And they're always pushing, oh yeah, if you pay for our services, we'll do this for you and we'll do that for you and blah, 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 blah. I'm yet to meet someone that's actually achieved as much as what they claim to achieve. And sometimes I find them pushing more themselves rather than anyone else. But I would say there is a chance this one still could work. And also, have you actually seen... Did they give you a date for when they're going to push it, Bo? Have you actually seen the tweets go out yet? Have you actually got any tweets go out? You got any tweets go out yet? Yeah. I mean, so in 2003, I wrote a blog post which went down really, really well with the writing community. And it was all about how they could do it themselves with CreateSpace and Kindle. And I told them what tools to use and how step by step to do it. Instead of paying, like, what were the companies called? Author House. And there was other few. They were charging people like £1,500–2,000 to get their book published, and then they would send them paper copies and expect them to sell it out their garage, and people kept falling for it, and I kept going, no, be careful. Hey Eric, how you doing? How's Nottingham? Troubadour's one. Again, same thing, you see, Matador. Well, I think they used to be called Matador, then they became Troubadour. They used to always do a festival. They used to have a PR guy. What was his name? There was a PR guy who used to attend a lot. And all they want is your money. Yeah, we'll do the PR for your book. It's £1,000. It's £2,000. That's just the PR. And I would then say to people, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get your book done on CreateSpace for free. It will cost you £20 maybe to get a print copy, whatever, right? Proof copy, whatever. Get your Kindle done as well for free. Don't go losing money paying for services that you don't need to pay for, because it will take you a long bloody time to make back 2 or 3 grand. I mean, has it worked for her, Bo? Has it worked with her, though? Because often what happens is I mean, sometimes it can really take off. First thing you got to do is make sales to make back the money you've paid out on. And then you got to hope that you have this happen, don't you? Yeah, you see, that's the problem. I used to know. So I used to attend the Festival of Writing that was in York every year. And I would meet literary agents, publishers, and stuff like that. And David Gograin, I don't know if she must have heard of David Gograin, self-publishing king. Is my good friend, and him and me share the same philosophy in that they make it sound really easy, but and they make out they're going to do loads of marketing for you on Amazon and this and that, and really you're putting in a lot of money, your own money, and then you're trying to claw the money back, aren't you? And even when you have 20 sales, you go, yeah, I've had 20 sales, but all you've done, you got to sell lots to make back the money you invested. But it can work, gets you out there, right? If she is tweeting regularly, reply to one of her tweets and say, hey, can I just check how's my thing going? Hey Jason, how you doing? Writing communities. You gotta try and find some writing communities on Facebook and other places. Oh, hold on, my microphone's falling down. Hold on, my microphone's falling down. Oh. How you doing, Jason? Sorry. Do you know what? I'm reading your message after you read it. You've put in you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. Busy day yesterday. You know, loads of video chats and stuff like that. Got a few things I've got to investigate for someone, for a client, before we carry on with the rest of their job. Just done a video today. Got another video I want to record maybe later on today once I finish off testing something. And then I've got to finish off doing the study room downstairs. So this morning, I've been painting. I've cleaned up pretty well so far, but I've been painting my study room. Yeah, so the export and import kits, you can do that. I mean, I have to be honest, I will still use all-in-one migration. I will still use it just because I trust it more, which sounds really bad. But I'm not saying I've had a bad experience with using anything Elementor produced, but I just have a better experience with it. I'm sure you know what I mean, though. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house in the middle of the street. Come on. Just trying to change the color scheme of this. Hey Jared, how are you? Hope you're doing alright. I hope you're doing alright, my friend. Comprende? Ah, damn it. I've just realised now I forgot to take a screenshot of something. Silly me, I forgot to take a screenshot of something. You know when you created something, you shut the page down without saving it and you forgot to take a screenshot. It's alright, it's alright. I'll have to just rip it from the video now. But it might not look as good. Dang it! Got that wrong, didn't I? Got that wrong. Silly me. And the top is 60. So I've just got to get a screenshot now. Oh no, I don't need to do a screenshot. I can just make it up. What am I doing? I can make it up. Being a bit silly here. Sorry everyone, I'm talking to myself. I just realised I needed to do something. Forgot I'd done it, and now I'm trying to work out what to do. So what is the website you use to check responsivity? Well, there's two ways. You can use a responsinator.com or Responsively app. You have to install that one to check it out. The Responsively app, you've got to install it onto your machine, and then you can pick your devices. But Responsinator.com is free and easy, and it works. So I quite like that one. Yes, I do. Indeed, yes, yes. It works. It works. Wiki wiki wah wah. It works. You know, and as long as it works, that's all I care about. Hey George. Hope you enjoyed for those of you that were on it yesterday, I hope you enjoyed the whole thing with Vito. The question and answer session. I hope you like the questions I asked as well. You know, a bit different, I like to think. And I think it went quite well. I think that went well. And it worked. I think the Eevee Mux worked really well as well. I still had to wear the headphones to stop the feedback, which I found really weird. Vito didn't have to wear his headphones, but I did. Maybe if you have more than just two people, then the feedback goes, you know. But yeah, it was really good. Good session, I thought. You know, a good session. How did you all find it? Was anyone there? Well, I know some of you were on there. But yeah, George, how did you find it? Our house in the middle of the street. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Hey Inderpreet, how you doing? What are you working on at the moment? Anything exciting, challenging? I mean, yesterday I mentioned I was trying to work on something secret, and I'll share it soon because I'm just trying to work out a solution. Realised yesterday that my solution just was not gonna work very well. Well, it works, but it's fiddly. It involves videos, right? And it's a little bit fiddly. So I've just changed my direction, but I now have to do something else now just to make it work properly. But I think it will be a good solution once I completely finish it and get that video out. Our house in the middle of the street. I mean, I'm keeping an eye out for Amazon. You know these boards, right? So let me give you an idea, yeah? So these soundproofing boards, right? They're not that amazing. They're only like they're almost a centimeter thick, right? But they are pretty good for like, you know, like acoustics and all of that. I've ordered these, come in packs of 8, right? I've ordered 44 packs of these. So 44 times 8. That's over 300 of these. Because I am proper decking out the walls, that wall that will be in front of me, the ceiling as well. Because my downstairs study room is like the bat cave when it comes to echo. If you go in there and just breathe, you can hear the echo. You can hear your breath as you breathe in and out. You can hear the echo. It hits you. So I am proper soundproofing, like big time in there. Luckily though, these ones I've got a sticky back, because when I did this, I had to dab, you know, filler kind of glue, and that takes ages. I just want to be able to rip, stick, rip, stick, rip, stick, rip and stick, rip and stick, stick and rip, right? So this morning I was painting around the top corners black, because they're black, you see, and I got coving around the edge of the room at the top, which is like a slant. It's white, so I've painted that all black, deep dark black, black. Because, you know, these are all black as well at the moment. You know, if I turn the lights off, boop, black, right? It's amazing what colour does, doesn't it? You know, when you put colour in, it's amazing what it does. And I'm looking forward to being back in a bigger room. I just got to make sure, though, the echo. Because 2 days ago, I was down there, took the microphone, sat in the room, and I did a test recording. And when I played back, I was horrified at the echo it was giving. It was like, hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Elementor, Divvy. Aja. You know, it's like, so, yeah. So let me now just upload this video we just did. So in 35 minutes, we have recorded a video, edited a video, done the cover art, and now we're going to get it onto YouTube. Ah, that's cool. So this client I'm working with, they've been speaking to some people that are going to help promote them, and I think they're you know, I think it's good. I think it's pretty good. Exciting times. Okay, yeah, Jason, have I experienced any issue with testimonial where if you have a shorter review, it doesn't align to the middle? Ooh. Right aligned. I know you have the issue where you have one that's too tall and one that is small. So you have a really tall one and you have a small one, and the tall one pushes everything down. When you say right aligned, can you send me a screenshot, Jason? Can you send me a screenshot? Just so I can get into your head. When you say cover with cardboard, what? Do you mean these? No need to do it cardboard, to be honest. And I've ordered like some proper heavy duty soundproofing curtains. So the window that will be behind me gets covered, the window to the left of me gets covered, and the double door to the right of me, which leads into the open plan where my son is. I mean, for God's sakes, have you ever heard my son? He's as quiet as a Boeing jet plane. That's how quiet he is. Right? Gotta have a proper padded, super-powered, soundproof curtain there to block his miserable sound. No, it's all right, George. It's all right. I was just saying, you were on the veto call yesterday. How'd you find it? Did you think the questionings were good, or yeah, did you like it? Ah, cheers. Yeah, it went quite well, and I tried to make sure the questions were a little bit different, some of them, what I asked, just to get him to think a little bit as well, and just kind of share a bit more about him, who he is and what he does and all of that. But yeah, I thought it was really good stuff, and hopefully there'll be more. At some point George will do a one-to-one live chat with you. um well, it'll be just you and me talking, and it'll be like this, but it will just be you and me, maybe, and then we'll have the live chat and everyone down there. In yesterday's, I didn't respond to the live chat because I wanted to focus on what Vito was saying. But if ever I did a one-to-one with anyone else, I'll probably try and do the live chat as well. I didn't want Vito to think I was ignoring him. But it went really well. It went really well. Yeah, he was really thrown by that one, wasn't he? It's I think the other question I thought, which was quite, which I think he, what was it? I'll tell you the answer. So when I asked him what was his favorite movie that inspired him, and when he said Rockstar, I was like, oh, I did not. I didn't. I don't know. I just don't know why. I didn't think he'd come out with that. Hold on. I just gotta let my son's friend know that he's not home. Hold on. Hey, David. He's gone to Abbey Park Fun Fair with his mum. So I don't know, couple of hours maybe. So you just got to go and sit in your garden and stare at the grass for a bit, all right? See you later, mate. I don't know why, but like all the other kids, like they're 10 years old and they're like 4 years older than my son. They always come and say, "Oh, is your son home? Does he want to come out and play?" Hey, Mark. Hey, Liam. How you doing? Good to have you here, by the way. And thanks for all your kind comments you put on our videos as well. It means a lot. Just uploaded a video that I'm just... Hey, Catherine. Hey, Catherine, I haven't had a chance to say it, but I love the lighting you got in your videos. I mean, the purple vibe just works amazing, right? There's something about purple colours. It just feels... I don't know why. You feel protected almost in a way. It's a weird colour. But yeah, you got great... I mean, by the way, Catherine, how many lights do you have? Is it just one light? Is it many lights? How many lights do you have? Ah, cheers, Liam. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, I mean, when we do the live chats, I'm just using OBS, right? Because it's free. And for my webcam, because people do ask this, it's my iPhone. So the iPhone is connected to the MacBook. I'm using a software by Reincubate Camo, which is £60 for the lifetime, And it's well worth it because it gives me the full 1080p from my phone, not a webcam, because my webcam footage from months and months ago was never spot on. So high def from my iPhone, and then OBS. And the great thing is that when you do OBS, you can start to do, you know, funky stuff, can't you? You can overlay stuff like over, where am I? Over here. You know, you can do all sorts of stuff. Hey, look at this, yay! Or even just like this. You know, so it's pretty cool like that. Oh, right, 2 for the ceiling. Wow, they must be pretty powerful, Catherine, because it really lights up your, not just your back wall, but the bottom of your room as well. You know, the lower area. They must be really powerful. Well, once I'm downstairs in the new studio, that's exactly what I'll be doing, What the Sales. Do you know what? Whenever I see your name, I always pronounce it as What the Sales. Like, What the Sales. It's almost like you're about to swear, and then you go, What the Sales. But yeah, I will be doing a video on that, yeah. On the OBS. Well, the iPhone bit, the connection to that, the settings I do, the settings I have on my OBS. Sylvania Lights, never heard of that. I've heard of Sylvanian families. Do you all know what Sylvanian families are? Hang on, let me post it. Let me post it, Jason. Hold on. You don't have to do anything, Catherine. I'll post your channel here for you. We love to share. So let me get, here you go. So this is Catherine's channel, and she's been doing a lot of stuff recently on the Flex container and all of that, and she's been doing lots of step-by-step videos on that. So a great person to follow. But yeah, I'll be doing a video on that, you know, like going through almost a little bit like the process. So once I've done the video, then I go into iMovie, which a lot of you tend to see when I share it on screen. What's my settings I do for that? Why do I use it? Well, it's free, you know, and I know you can get more fancier stuff, but it works pretty well for me. I think what the sales, I think we've still got another month. Maybe a bit more, but I think definitely still a month to go. Jason, I just got your email. Okay, I'm going to open it in a moment. Hey, Atif, sorry I haven't said hi yet. Your message came on a minute ago. Doing all right. Doing okay. Sometimes I forget it's Wednesday. Every day feels the same. I was about to say, is it Saturday? No, it's Wednesday. I think another month, though, until... You know, there's still a few little bugs and stuff with it. And I reckon it'll be launched when Elementor 4 comes out. I think that will be the big one. Elementor 4, boom, Flex containers. Yeah. Elementor 4, boom. Right, Right, so I'm just going to share what Jason sent to me, because that's the whole point of the live chat. You know, let's share problems and things that are happening. Right, so I'm just going to share the screen. So Jason on the live chat has just emailed this to me. So what he's saying is he's tried all the combinations, but the reviews of less wording are positioned to the right. Oh, right. Okay. So my question is going to be, for your testimonials, have you set like the width? I'll tell you what, Jason. Let's go a step further, right? Let's go a step further. Can you can you copy this into another page or whatever and export it as a template, a JSON file, and email me the JSON file? Can you do that? And as soon as you, and then I'll open it on screen, I'll import it. Do you want to do that? Do you want to email me your JSON file for that? And we'll have a look. Are we all ready to do it? What do you think? Go for it. Go for it. Might not be able to solve it, but I think once I can see your settings, sometimes there's nothing worse, because I'm talking, you're listening, you'll be typing, other people might have other ideas, but it might take us 20 times as long. But if I get the JSON, we can see, hey Pickstar, how you doing? You know, whenever I'm cooking a burger, I think of Pickstar. I think of you. I'm there cooking, I'm thinking, I bet he'd like this. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just uploading a video. Hey, Melissa, what time is it? Because you're obviously in America. What time is it for you right now? I'm guessing close to 9 o'clock in the morning, I think. I know, Pickstar. I know. Technique. I hate it when, like, it's just a little bit overcooked on the surface. You know, just I hate that. Cheers, Jason. I got your file. I'm just about to go in now and look at that. I was going to let me just quickly upload this. In fact, I won't upload it yet. Let me just sort yours out. Right, let me go into one of my pages. Let me just paste this file here. Right, so templates. Right, so we're going to look at Jason's problem in a moment, but I just need to import the template. Desktop. Yep. Oh yes, Melissa, I forgot. Yeah, you're in London. Oh, can you show how to upload? Yeah, sorry, let me do it again then. Sorry, I just Alright, I've already uploaded it, but let me just show you how you do it, okay? So let's just go over and do it, right? So this is what you want to do. It's dead simple, by the way, okay? It's dead simple. So, right, so what you do is you go to templates, right? You click import template, and then this is the file that Jason just sent to me. So I've imported it, and now it's imported. SHW testimonials. I'm then going to go to a page. I'm just going to do add new. Because if you... Let me just cover off the problem, right? I'm going to call it... Sorry, not JSON. It's Jason. Was that funny or not funny? Jason. Anyway, okay, sorry. Don't give up the day job, hey? Already have. Right, so here we go, right? Now, if you don't do what I did, and you go over here, and you go import template, it doesn't always work. So import it into your templates, right? And then go over here to my templates, and then you'll have it. So creation date, there we go. Let's just insert that. Hey, Dave's in Northwest London as well. God, London's winning, isn't it? By the way, the colours here are going to be a bit weird, obviously, because it was set to your colours. So let me just quickly change the colour scheme over here. Content white. White. I won't do all of them, but I think it's more... No, let's just do the title as well, get that white as well. Right, okay, right. So the problem we've got is as this skips along, right, when you get to a small one like there... Sorry, can I shrink myself down? Let me shrink myself down. Right, so let me just go back again. Right, they're all in the centre, but when you get to a small one, his file, Edith... Hello, Edith. She's over here rather than over there. So I'm just going to go over now and check the testimonial. So which one was Edith? Which one was Edith? Number 4, number 5. Oh God, we're going to be here for ages. Number 6, number 7. Bloomin' egg. I thought we were going to go all the way to the end now. So number 7, right? I'm just going to check. Yeah, it's not that. It's not the wording. There's nothing in there. The alignment is in the center. That's fine. Image left. Layout. Image left. Yeah, okay. 1. Slice to scroll is 1 as well. I'm just checking the settings, okay. Now your width is 100%. This is what I was wondering about the width. But it's not that either. Right, style. Space between. Content. Gap 20. Oh, hold on. Gap. No, it's not the gap. Have you, just out of curiosity, can I take, I'm gonna just take Edith out, okay? I don't mean take her out. I mean, I'm deleting it. I'm not going on a date with her, okay? And then we've got Simon Gale. Who was that? Was that number 5? No, number 4. So number 4. Let me just take Simon Gale out as well, right? Let me just double check something. Right, that's all okay. If I now add in another item, and I'm going to say, what the hell? Right, that's gone over to the right. Have you got any CSS or anything applied anywhere? No CSS. Nothing there, nothing there. No. Layout. Let me just try this, okay, for a moment. Oh, hold on. Have you got Flex Container operational? Jason, have you got Flex Container operational at all? Because look, this now here, I mean, you can't see it because the wording is, the content's the wrong color. But let me put it white. Just do white there, right? So I've just done a brand new one. And that's coming through fine. So I am a little bit puzzled as to why. I am puzzled because I wonder if it's that bit there, default. I wonder if it's this bit here. Stacked. I wonder if it was that. It was this stacked. There you go, look. It was this bit here. You know where you had your layout, Jason? You see this here? If I put it, but you had image left. Right, so when I now go to John Doe, can you see John Doe is over here? John Doe is there. So over here, I changed your layout, right? Your layout, that setting there, to be stacked instead. And when I stack it, it's now in the center. Does that make sense, Jason? So change your layout to be image stacked. You had image left, so it's pushing it that way. Yeah? We're good. Cool. I love it when I'm Hercule Poirot. The little grey cells. Don't worry, don't worry. This is one of those things where, like, even I was like going, is it that? Is it that? Is it that? I skipped past this right at the start, didn't I? I thought, no, it's not that. But no, it was that. It's just one of those things, right? It's just one of those things. Hey ho. At least we got there, right? That's the main thing. Because I tell you what, if that would have done my head in as well, if you had a little one like that. I think because you've also not got any images there, it's almost like it's assuming, and I bet if you added in an image, it probably would go back into the center. You know, I bet it would. But no images, just go with that. It's weird, isn't it? Because you haven't got images, you're probably thinking, well, why would that affect it? But I reckon, because it's set to image left, even though there's no image, it's creating like this massive vacuum because it assumes there will be an image. But that's where the stack bit works pretty well. And that's what we love to do in Web Squadron. Now you can sleep easy. You can go back to that pillow, find the imprint of your face, match it and go, yeah, we're okay now. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry at all. It's one of those things where now that I've seen it again, and you've seen it, and others have seen it, if they ever experience that problem where they've got no image, and it's like gone over here or gone over there, they'll go, image layout, you know? So it helps everyone out. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now. If it'd been for Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Where'd you go from? Where'd you go? Where'd you go from? Cotton Eye Joe. Oh dear. Come on, Amazon, where are you? Do you think they're coming in a massive truck? Because they're delivering. Let me get this right. Okay. 352 of these. How long is it going to take for me to stick 352? Let's say peel, position, pad, stand back, admire. 45 seconds. That's a lot of time, isn't it? That's like, what? God, that's a lot of time. Can you though, Liam? I always wonder about this. You know, the singing aspect, because I'm very careful with the music I play. But I do wonder, Atlantis, what is your crappy day? The lucky thing is, Atif, the lucky thing is, right, is that the version of this I'm getting now has the sticky self-adhesive. Like, you know, you peel it and then boom. These ones I had to like dab panels on. Now I can just stick it. So Atlantis, what's going on? I will be putting a video out once it, you know, like stage by stage, showing me as I'm working on it, so you can all laugh or cry. So what's going on, Atlantis? You're saying you have a crappy day with Elementor. Are you talking about the page builder, or do you have a friend called Elementor? Okay, cool. Ah, phew, Liam. I will not use the backing track. I can't figure out why my header and footer template. What's your page layout? Are you in Elementor Canvas? Ah, here's two things it could be. Number one, are you in Elementor Canvas? So switch to default or Elementor full width. Number two, do you have another header activated? So if you have more than one header or footer activated, it won't show them. Yeah. So what Pixar's saying, page settings, what is your page layout? And have you already got another header or footer activated? Because that's a very, very common problem. You got a header, you do another header, they're both activated, entire site. Elementor then goes, and WordPress kind of goes, grinds to a halt. Definitely one header footer. And are you using hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Using hello? Because normally it is extra header, page layout, have you checked, have you regenerated your CSS? Regenerated your CSS and checked incognito. Tick-tock. Try that. Regenerate the CSS and then try in incognito. If it been for Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you go from, Cotton Eye Joe? Okay, Atlantis, can you email me? I won't share it, by the way. Is there any chance you can email me your URL? I just want to see, what do I see when I go into it? Can I see it, not see it? Yeah, it should be okay then. You should be alright. Can you just send me the URL if that's alright? Just so I can look at it. I won't share it, just so I can go have a quick look. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, because we have, hey Elikor, because we now have more people on the chat, for those of you that have been part of this chat for a long time now, there is a song, and I cannot remember who sung it. So I'm going to do the tune now, okay? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Who is that? Who is that? I have grabbed my phone. My son sits there thinking I've lost my mind, humming the tune, and it gives me loads of songs that are nothing to do with that tune. It's giving me songs in another language, and I'm going, what the heck? What the heck is this? What is that song? Yep, cool, Atlantis, I've got it. I'm going to open it up now. Do you know what? For a moment, I'm wondering if it... I'm wondering, is it a Z index? It's not a Z index, is it? It's not a Z index, is it? I'm wondering if it's a Z index. Oh, Z index is 999. Okay. Take care, Liam. Great having you here. Okay, and please go away and work out what that song is. And I look forward to your reports, sir. But if you do work it out, let me know. Yeah, what is the page setting? Is it definitely default or elemental full width? But like you said, it's showing on the mobile. Ow, that hurt my teeth. It's right, I'm still looking. I'm trying to find. Hey, Catherine. So just try. It might look like I've gone silent and I'm just staring into thin air, but I'm not. I'm trying. I'm not sure why it's not picking up anything. Yeah, Atlantis, what Pixstar says is, yeah, so the actual page, so of course, Catherine, you always get points. But yeah, so for the actual page, Atlantis, is that definitely on default or elemental full width? Just make sure that's definitely on full width. Or on default, sorry. You have a tower named after you. What tower's that? Wakefield Tower. You had me going there. I was like, oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Isn't that amazing? Didn't breathe and stop. For real. Give me what you got. I said, breathe and stop. Oop, 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 oop. Months, hey? Months of the year after me. I have months of the year after me. What does that mean, Jason? Atlantis. I do not do this a lot, okay? I really don't. If you by the way, you don't have to trust me. You can just say no, you don't want to, okay? If you email me admin login for your website. Ah, there we go then, full width. Cool. Yep, cool. Yeah, Jason, do you know what? From about the age of 11, that's how I learnt to remember the order of the months for July, August, September, October, November, December. Well, in fact, I even remember December. You know how I got to December? No, here's what it is, Pixstar. At that point in time, when I was 11, 10 or 11, is when Jason Donovan started singing and releasing songs. And that's when I remember the year, it was when his song came out, Sealed with a Kiss, right? For those of you that know Jason Donovan's song, Sealed with a Kiss, right? And Jason Donovan, that's how I remember my July, August, September, October, November, December. That's how I remember it. Yeah, Atlantis, if I've ever had an issue, I normally switch to Elementor full width. It's a weird one. Why do we have to do that? Like on blogs, sometimes you got to switch to that for your single post template. But at least it's done. At least it is done. Right? Think of it like that. It is done. But yeah, don't know if anyone else had that way of remembering Jason D, you know, the months. That's how I did it. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer. See that? Now I'm singing Sealed with a Kiss by Jason Donovan. What gives there? I'll feel your emptiness. I'll send you a letter sealed with a kiss. I think that's how it went, isn't it? No, Atlantis, don't worry. It's just it's one of those things where when you're already on the default, you might go, well, what's the problem? But I've had to do that on the single post template quite a lot. It's all fine. I mean, it looks weird, and the title, it's like it's boxed, but it's full width, and you're going, what is going on here? So you switch it to Elementor full width, and then ka-ching! And it's always on the desktop. Mobile's always fine. Desktop, it's like it creates this boxed width for no plausible good reason. Don't get it. I don't get it at all. But now I think I do. Sorry, I've just got to quickly reply to this Facebook message that's come in. so they don't get lost on something. Midnight the Oasis. God, I haven't heard that in a long time. Sometimes with just like a bright... Yeah. Go on Atlantis, migrate that site. Hey, George, you remember the thing with the tickets? Yes, I do. How can I forget? I think I was dying with my problem. You were dying with your problem. I'm so glad you came up with a solution. It worked more for you than for me, because I'm now going down a different tack, but got there in the den. Oh, no, George, no. I got no words for you except to say that is gutting. And you know what's even more gutting is that when I said to the client, my client, why don't you just go down the simpler route? She checked with her husband. They were like, yeah, we'll do that. And I thought, oh, man. But at least she's come round to my way of thinking, which is start with easy, make that work, and then elaborate out. Try to make it really complex. You know, you don't even know if the simple would work. Oh, no. No, 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 George. Come on. Let's just say it for what it is. I would be pissed off. You can't say that to the client. But then again, you know. Do they understand how much time you've put in? Oh yeah, Elicor, if you still I got your message. I'll just send a reply. Oh no, yeah, well, when George is in an angry mood, we all better back off. I know where he's coming from, and like when that sort of stuff happens where the clients just say, hey, I don't want that now. Ah, it's alright. It's one of my revisions. It's alright. They just kind of bat it off and they don't stop to think like it's like saying to them, how would you feel if you designed cars, and then the client, after you've done it, comes back and goes, oh, I don't want a convertible now. I want a 10-seater. You'd be like, what? We've gone from a 2-seater convertible to a 10-seater massive lorry van truck. They just don't get it, do they? So the way, so we make it clear to the client. So we make it clear, right? What are we doing and what are we working on? And then we take the 50% deposit. If when we've done the homepage, they change their mind, they're gonna have to pay more. And make it clear to them that no, sorry, that deposit now covers the time we spent doing what we did. So now that I've got to redo all of that again, you have to pay a little bit extra. And if they turn around and say, right, we don't want to work with you, I go, fine. Because remember I told you guys the other week, when I cost things up, I am costing up so that if all I ever receive for that project is the 50%, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. That's the money we wanted to get for it. The extra 50%, when you complete, that's the gravy money. So if you get that first 50% and then they go and mess up or do the wrong thing or completely piss you off, and I then go, look, this just isn't going to work, or they don't like it, that you go, look, they'll turn around and say, I'm not paying any more. Because, they just don't understand that you're now gone above and beyond for them. Then I will say, right, if the deal breaks off, that deposit is non-refundable. We did at that point in time, we did what they wanted. So it's not like we didn't do what they wanted. And then, we don't lose out. Does that make sense? Because for me, the minute a client does that, that's a big warning sign goes up in my head that, oh, hold on, they've just massively changed the spec or whatever. They're probably going to do it again and again because they get a feel for it. They think, oh, well, I can do it. Oh, change all the colours. Oh, I don't like the images. Oh, I don't want a WooCommerce shop now. Blah. Oh, 20-page website. No, let's go down to 1 page. And you think, why did you tell me that in the first place? Oh, George. I mean, I tell you what, though, George, that solution you've got, keep it safe. Remember it. Because that solution, I bet, might come back into fashion one day. Contracts, absolutely. So there is a podcast. Hold on, Melissa. There is a podcast. Let me just get you the podcast. So there is a video coming out for this podcast, but it's not coming out until, wait for it, the end of June. The video is recorded. It's on YouTube, but it's not coming out until the end of June. But I have got a podcast which you can listen to. Yeah, here it is. Here's the video. Is it that one? Yes, it is that one. Yeah, so this one is called Pricing Strategy. So I don't know what you're doing later today, Melissa. Go to the store, buy 20 cassettes, sit there and record that podcast onto 20 cassettes, right? Call it the Melissa Love Tape, right? And go round to all of your friends in London and post it through their letterbox. No one has a cassette player now, but tell them to go and buy one just to listen to that cassette with that podcast. And send it to your dad as well. No, it's just, there's a few videos coming out on that as well, yeah. I'm feeling tired. When you get tired, I go a bit crazy, don't I? Believe it or not, right, during this live chat, I've had 2 people contact me. These are brand new people that want to get more details about possible jobs. Which is nice. Double cassette player. What? Double cassette player. I mean, when you were a kid, if you ever got like a stereo system, like, portable one with 2 cassette decks and you could record. You were like, what? And if you got one with a graphic equalizer on the top as well, you were like, what? Ah, this is amazing. Right? 1992, it would have been my 14th birthday. Was it my 14th or 13th? I think it was my 14th. No, I think it was my 13th. It was my 13th birthday. My dad got me a, little stereo player, 2 cassette decks and all that. And boy, you'd sit there, wouldn't you? Listening to Radio 1 in the UK when the top 40 came on. And you'd record songs, then you'd have another cassette deck maybe and recording that song that you've already recorded from the radio onto another cassette. Why? Why do you need 2 cassettes? But you did it anyway. And then when you had the graphic equalizer, you'd be like that. Oh yeah, put the bass up, put the treble down. Why are there 5? I do not understand what the 5 are, but I know those 2 are the bass and that's the treble. And what the heck is the middle one for? But you sat there messing around every time a song came on. And your dad would go mad at you. Like, what the hell are you playing? But dad, this is music. This is music. Informer. I know you're the long without a blame. I'll keep bomb down. Whatever it was. Well, to be honest though, CDs, I remember when CDs came out. I remember my cousin, he got a CD because he'd seen on Tomorrow's World, they said you could eat chips off it. So we got a CD, just got one, brand new, put ketchup on it and ate chips on it. And I was like, what are you doing that for? Yes, top 40 on a Sunday night. And didn't you hate it when the DJ interrupted? Oh yeah, and we're like, pause. And when he quickly rewound to cut out the bit when he spoke, you thought, you div, what are you doing that for? Didn't get my first CD player until I was, do you know what? That stereo player had the CD as well. Now that I remember, it had the CD player as well. So 1992, it was my sound system thing, double cassette deck, graphic equalizer, and it had the CD. And I'll tell you why I know. Guess what was the first CD I ever bought? The first CD that I bought. What do you think it was? What do you think was the first ever CD that I bought? I'm going to let you guess. What was the first ever CD that I bought? I know it's not Jason Donovan. But what was the first CD that I bought? I'll give you a clue. 1993. Oh, I loved Prodigy. I loved them back then. All Saints were great. Well, not All Saints. Were they around then? I don't know if they were around then. Ace of Base, they were good. No. Right, I'm going to tell you now. Okay, I'll give you a clue. I was a massive fan of the TV show Red Dwarf. I loved Red Dwarf. No, Firestarter was much later. Firestarter was about 95, I think. 95, 96, 95. So Red Dwarf. I was a big fan of Red Dwarf. So what do you think was my first CD? That's a massive clue. A humongous clue. In fact, I bet loads of you have never heard this song. And when I listen back to it now, it's actually a bit of a shit song. Yeah, I don't think All Saints were around then. But Prodigy before Firestarter were untouchable. I mean, after Firestarter, they were okay, but not great. But pre-Firestarter, right? Pre-Firestarter, okay, Prodigy were untouchable. Yep, I loved it. I love Red Dwarf. Tongue Tied. It was Tongue Tied by Danny John Jules, who played Cat. Tongue Tied. It's cold outside, there's no kind of atmosphere, I'm all alone, more or less. Goldfish shoals nibbling at my toes. But yeah, it was tongue-tied. Tongue-tied. Yes, you're right, Catherine. Stepchild Star Trek. It kind of was. Tongue-tied. Yeah, it was spelt like this. Tongue-tied. By Danny John Jules. Oh, I wrote his name wrong then. Danny John Jules. That was the first ever. And my dad hated it. And you know why he hated it? Because that CD came with the song and then 5 mixes. And the mixes weren't that different to the main song. They were just a little... There was one reggae mix. There was one club mix. It was basically the same song with just a slightly different beat. And I would play it over and over again in my room. And my dad was like... That's kind of my dad when he's happy. Right. There you go. Tongue-tied. That was my first ever CD I bought. And I remember when I bought it, HMV in Leicester, went to HMV, bought it, and then when I was buying it, I was like that. And I remember the person selling it to me was like, and I was like, tongue-tied. In fact, I went to HMV with 3 of my other friends who were also big Red Dwarf fans, right? One of them had the Red Dwarf hat on. We were like, God, we were like how people react when you've won the lottery. Tongue-tied! Can't wait to put this on. Sorry, my voice broke a year before, so I was like, tongue-tied, can't wait to put this on. There's a funny story about how my voice broke as well. So in 1992, there was a school trip to Etretat in northeast of France, right near the coast. Etretat, lovely place. Went there, and I had a very high-pitched voice. You know, very, very high pitch. Okay. Wednesday, and I remember this right, Wednesday we went to Paris and we went up the Eiffel Tower. What do you think happened to me as I'm going up the Eiffel Tower? And this is hilarious, right? Sometimes I see someone from my past and we still laugh about this. As we're going up the Eiffel Tower, I'm talking and then suddenly my voice starts to do this. And I'm going, what is going on with my voice? Like, basically, my voice broke, and for the next 2-3 days, I was talking like this. And then when I got back to school, the teacher said that trip was not about that. Basically, that trip was about I went a boy, I came back a man, as I went up the Eiffel Tower. My voice broke. Can you believe that? You go to France for the first time in your life. You're in Paris. You're going up the Eiffel Tower. And then you're like, wow, look at it. Who else remembers when their voice broke? I mean, was yours just like that, instant? Or did you go through like a life-changing moment? You're like, I mean, at first I thought something had gone into my throat. Because we're going up the Eiffel Tower. It's in the lift, right? And you're thinking, you're like that. And the teacher's going, no, it's all right, it's all right. Your voice is broke. I'm like, my voice is broke? I sounded like Scooby-Doo. Oh, Shaggy? Scooby-Doo! You know? Because at that time when you're a kid, no one else in my year's voice had broke. So when the teacher says to you, your voice is broke, you're like, I'm going to lose my voice? No, George. Shit, George, right, attracts bad luck to a singing contest. No. Peter's broke after he got born. That is, I don't believe it, but that's funny. Oh, nice, George. I just seen the code you sent about deleting images after deleting the product. Nice, George, nice. Screw the Eiffel Tower, exactly. Yeah, Atlantis, that's exactly it, Smeghead. No, it goes, when I saw you for the first time, my knees began to quiver. And then girl, you make me tongue-tied. God, it's such a shit song, though, if you hear it now. If you hear it now, right, and watch the video to it with Lister and Rimmer dancing in the background, because the song was released before Crichton. In fact, it was during an episode of season 2 of Red Dwarf. Don't know, George. Do you know what, though? I think WooCommerce have this model in their head where they released a tool and then loads of stuff they on purpose release as part of their add-on, innit? Like, come on. WooCommerce subscription should be native default within WooCommerce, right? Who's with me on this? WooCommerce subscription should be part. I mean, look, they give you WooCommerce coupon codes, which is native. I care less about coupon codes and I care more about subscription. It should be in there. What the sales? We are not doing a karaoke. I do not do karaoke, alright? Oh, Dave, the IT Crowd, one of my favourite shows. Every time there's an incident or something in the IT Crowd, I sit there going, yep, I know exactly what they mean. Yep, I've experienced that. Yep. And the IT Crowd for me is just one of those shows that ended too quickly. Father Ted's great, but I feel like IT Crowd, we got what? 2.5 seasons? Because the last season wasn't very long, was it? Smeghead. Our teacher at school, our English teacher, used to get mad whenever we said Smeghead. He'd be like, do you even know what the word smeg is? We'll be like, yeah, it's what they say on Red Dwarf. We'll be like, no, go and look it up. So we looked it up and we were like, ooh. Once you understand what smeg is, you go, ooh. But it still sounded cool. And then you kind of, oh, right, that's why Lister says it. Yeah, that's right, George. Let's create our own product and outsource all the support to someone else, all right? So we don't have to deal with it, okay? Craggy Island. Yeah, exactly. Our teacher was like, do you even know what it is? Like, yeah, it's what Lister says on Red Dwarf. No! Look it up! I mean, back then we didn't have the internet, right? So we had to go to a library, get the dictionary and go, smeh, ooh, 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 ooh. That's enough to make your voice break again. Right, I think we're having tons of fun, but I am going to have to cut off in 2 minutes, okay? I'm really sorry, everyone. We're having loads of fun today, right? But I am going to cut off in 2 minutes. Have you looked it up, Catherine? Oh, no. Oh, Peter, I'd love to hear that. Well done. I mean, it's not well done. I'm glad to hear that you've got new clients, but for the wrong reasons. But I'm glad you got clients, okay? Oh, how old's your son, Atlantis? How old's your son? I have this vision of this, like, 4-year-old right now who's just looked it up and he's going, oh, Mum! How old's your son? 20. I still think your 21-year-old son has looked at it and gone, ah! Because 21-year-olds, youngsters now are very sensitive, right? Right? They are very sensitive. They're like, oh, Mum, oh, you've scarred me for life. Look, guys, I'm gonna let you all go. Right, crack on with your work. Crack on, get things done. I have really, really, really enjoyed the stuff we've talked about today. 75% of what we talk about has got F all to do with websites, right? Absolutely nothing. Hopefully my Amazon parcels arrive soon so I can crack on with the decorating. Glad we got there, Jason. Glad we got there, Atlantis. Great work, Pickstar, everybody. George, thanks for the code. Catherine, love your shows. Melissa, remember, get that cassette tape out and record that podcast and deliver it to your friends. Peter, I reply to you. Thanks for getting involved, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Stay alive. And I'll see you all soon. Bye!